Hello everyone and welcome once again to the 2023 PDGA United States Amateur Disc Golf Championships. We've got back 9 action of this amateur PDGA Major coming your way. Ace from Productions bringing you this coverage here on the PDGA channel. Happy to be doing the commentary with you. I'm Felix.
And I am Conrad, and we are here at the Toboggan, a renowned course here. I think it's one of the staples for the U.S. Amateur Championships as well. We are approaching the back now, and we see the results here from the front from our card. Ryan leading the way with a 5 under.
Getting out to the hot start here, 5 under through 9 to start his day.
We have hole 10 here. It's coming in at 650 feet as a par 4, and it is all uphill. What you want to do here is stay in the fairway, stay in the short grass so that you have a lane to continue up the hill. We're still going uphill here. Navigating the trees to get to the green. The green is also sloped. There's it's a tricky little dish right there that you want to try to avoid as well. But to get up here and to get a 3 is a outstanding feat.
It'd be very outstanding. This is the most difficult hole on the property today.
And Ryan goes a little bit to the right, but he hits a tree, falls down, so he'll still have a lane to approach. Being in the short grass helps a little bit with the run up. And Gavin here is leaking off to the left, but he stays clean enough.
Just on the edge there. It's the same blue driver he's been throwing most of the front half. If you didn't watch that, go ahead and check that out. This is a little early release here. Going to be on the tall stuff on the left.
Going to have the tall stuff and a tree with a low ceiling to have to navigate to get up the fairway.
Punching a hyzer up over the top and letting it drift back over to the middle.
It's a little friendly kick from the tree.
Right on through.
And see what Jayden is going to do here. Looks like he's aiming extremely high, trying to go around this.
High turnover.
Oh, okay.
Gets caught up in that tree, though. Pushes forward a bit past it, but he's still going to be on that left-hand side there for his 3rd. Still, I like the idea there.
Oh, and it's rolling. Oh, wow. No. That's some speed coming back down the hill.
Ends up back in the tall stuff on the left. Unfortunate result there. Side I'm going at that tree. Ooh.
And that's probably one of the things that happens. You aim for a tree and like it's going to turn before it gets there, but it doesn't. Wow, that has some pace on it.
Whoa.
Wow. I think that's OB back there. It never comes into question.
That is an out of bounds road back there and stops just short of it. Waden maybe a little bit frustrated there from the round he's having. Really put some juice behind that one. Thankfully, it checked up before that road.
Yeah.
Squeaking his way up there near the circle. This is Jayden there from just behind the tree, having to go turnover up the hill with a low ceiling.
Not quite making it all the way, but he'll have a open look at the basket.
3rd shot here. Oh, that's yanked to the right. Gets through the tree somehow.
And finds itself parked.
Another bullseye hit for Ryan Mulder.
Can you get champ love before you're a champ? I don't know if that's possible, but he may have it.
Oh, Gavin was further back than I thought.
He had a nice little turnover there. Had a nice little line before he hit that twig.
Uphill stepper just to the right there. Oh, goodness. We talked about him on the front 9 just being slightly off. And hopefully it's not a sign of things to come on the back there as he does collect himself and put home the putt for par.
And again, putting with pace, actually hitting something helps slow it down and helps it not be as far away as it could be.
Yeah. A little bit of a tough hole there, and you can see why I played as the most difficult hole on the day at 0.61 over par. Moving on to hole 11, a par 3 at 512 feet. This one downhill, moving left to right off of your tee here. You want to avoid this tree here in the middle. This tree here on the right. Pretty defined gap that you need to hit. A lot of these guys are going to try to go over the top of those, moving with a left to right turnover shot. Something that's going to finish back over this with some stability into the actual green itself here. Again, left and right, not out of bounds, that tall grass. And there's the high shot.
Forehand just over that tree. All right.
Crashes over on the right. I'll have a long look there for a birdie.
Mm-hmm. Nice high smooth turnover, and that is pushing long, and it's in the tree just there outside the circle behind the basket.
That looked so smooth and just traveled 511 like it's nothing.
Yeah. Well, that looks too straight.
Yeah, a little straight, a little early, and that's going to drift over to the left-hand side. Should have a relatively unobstructed shot from there, though.
This is a lower forehand. Okay.
Trying to pierce the gap, and Purett gets a little bit of a clip there from that branch and knocks it down to the right side.
Oh, but friendly roll forward and
puts
to the center of the fairway.
Puts him by that tiny tree that will be a problem in years to come. Oh! Gavin off the basket there, trying to give it a birdie bid from well outside 100 feet. Oh, what a putt! Dropping it in for Jayden Watkinson. I wanted to make the from down under joke, but he's from New Zealand, so it's not technically Australia.
Right.
Nevertheless, great putt. Getting the birdie here.
That smile made that 30 hours of travel worth it.
Yeah. Waiting here on a knee, 1 foot behind his mark, outside the circle. Not much you can do here, just pitches it up.
Yeah, he tried to give it a bid, but didn't oversell anything.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right height, just a little bit on the right-hand side there for Ryan with the comebacker. Centers it. No harm, no foul here.
Gavin with his par and Mr. Sides doing the same.
So 3 pars and 1 birdie here on the 11th.
Ever since I won Worlds, I had my goals set on another major win. There's no past and there's no future. It's only this moment here.
It's just beautiful to watch Chris throw the disc. Outright brilliance from Kristen.
The winner of the 2023 PDGA Champions Cup, Kristen Tatar.
Hole 12 coming in at 344. It is a par 3. This is, again, the Toboggan, so we have a uphill fairway that we have to traverse. The main obstacle here is really going to be the trees that you have to make sure that you're level with, but still penetrating through with the right shape to get up here to this elevated green. Once up here, there's only a few obstructions, such as the tree that's inside the circle.
Again, you have that out of bounds road, which should not come into play, but it is there.
That looks a little too low and left, and the tree does its job of knocking that one down. It's a little higher, a little bit more right, turning to the left, and he's up there. Probably just outside the circle.
Yeah, 344 uphill all the way. Definitely plays a lot closer to 400 feet of power to get this all the way up there. This one too far to the right. Luckily, punches back down to the center.
Hopefully didn't roll too far down the fairway once it landed. There is some soft dirt there, so it has the potential of just staying put. This is another good shape around that tree.
Oh, no, you niced him.
I did.
That last bit. Oh, he gets a friendly rollout as well.
I thought he was around it already. He did too.
Just the fingertips of that last branch got a hold of it.
Little forehand up here.
Ooh.
Probably wanted to be a little bit cleaner than that, but
Yeah.
you should still have a look.
Uphill with a stable disc like that, you definitely want to give it the angle and let it slowly pan out. You kind of just threw that little flat, and then the natural stability brought it back over.
Mm-hmm.
Run with that Dillo up shot. Beautiful. Saw him almost throw it in last hole. Almost threw that one in as well.
Ooh.
Right. Literally right under the basket there for his par.
Jayden trying to save his,
Oh,
and he
good
does.
putt.
Nice putt.
Around the tree, straddling out, uphill. A lot of difficulty there.
It looks like he had a tailwind to deal with too, so all that.
Clean birdie putt there for Ryan as he picks up the birdie there on the first birdie of the back nine. Waden stepping in and dropping in his par. And Gavin will have this left for his par. Hole 13, another par 3 and another long one, 526 feet. Again, downhill. This one moves from right to left, and then you've got this tree line here and this gap that breaks back down to the right-hand side. Very tricky hole. Stable turnover on a forehand is probably a lot of the plays that you're going to see here. Just getting there with the backhand, very, very difficult for this particular hole. One that you want to really play for a 3, and no shame in that.
I think we've seen this hole as a 4 before, but they've made some modification to it to where you can more easily attack it from the tee.
Ooh, that had some steam and went a little too straight and catches the back edge there of that bunker.
Yeah, he definitely had attack mode on, but he didn't have the right line there.
This one is drifting the wrong way.
Yep,
And he's going right to where Ryan's disc is.
Well, he penetrates a little bit further in, but yep, and you can see the basket just to the right of the screen there where they're trying to get a disc to turn in to the right. This is way turned over left. He punches through, so he lands in the fairway. He'll have an approach to be able to save his par. And
I guess.
what flippy madness is this?
I don't know. The top of the trees, plink going down and almost right in the gap.
He'll have a look at the basket at least.
I'm going to say at this point pretty confidently that Gavin just doesn't throw a forehand.
Yeah.
Beautiful touch, piercing the gap
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
and right outside, if not inside the bullseye there. Nicely done. Ryan looking at a wall of greenery.
I think he has maybe the smallest of tunnel shots here. Yep.
Oh, he does have a window.
And he navigates that window perfectly.
Oh, my goodness. What fortune and taking advantage of it there.
Oh, yes.
Jayden way in there. Does he have a window?
From the looks of it, not much.
He might have
Well,
a crack.
he found something.
Oh, no way. Some high-level scrambling from this card here on this hole. And Gavin with the cleanest look leaves it a little short.
Mm-hmm.
Give you guys 3 in a row, couldn't do it.
Trying to throw that one in again with the Dillo. And a beautiful par save for Jayden.
After all of those drives, if you would have told me that everyone is going to walk away with a par, I wouldn't have believed it.
Yeah, there's no way. And barring something very unusual here, that's what we're going to have.
From the skills that we've shown, that they've shown on display thus far up to hole 13, everyone has these tap-ins.
Yeah. Pars all across the board. Very well done. Like you said, when you look at those tee shots. Wow.
Hole 14 is a par 4 coming in at 837 feet. I don't know what they used to measure that, but it definitely did not take into consideration this uphill. This is one of the steeper uphills when it comes to the base of the hill going up. First shot, you just want to get out into the fairway. If you can get to the hill, that's fine. The technicality comes in the second shot, where you have to come up and turn slightly to the left to get into the green area without going too far or leaving yourself too short.
Yeah, hole 14, the most difficult hole on the back in terms of scoring average for this round. It's just 2 monster pumps to try to even get a look at the green. And there's one monster pump out of the way.
Yeah.
This kid has a lot of power. He's only, again, if you didn't hear on the first half, he's only 15 years old. We saw the Isaac Robinson commercial in the front half, and you get those kind of vibes. And we remember, we grew up in Georgia, so watching Isaac Robinson play as a 15-year-old and displaying power that was beyond a lot of the pros at that point.
Yeah.
You get similar feels here from watching Ryan throw the disc. That one drifts off to the left there for Waden. He's going to have quite a bit of navigating to do. This is that same stable blue driver that Gavin's been throwing all around. It's going to finish back towards the middle, right on cue.
And we look at that, was a decent drive by Gavin, but he's still quite far behind Ryan.
Yeah.
So their approach shots are going to be
too
slightly
low,
different.
too right. Stays in the short stuff there. Gavin, quite a few times throughout the round, was having fun with everybody, just saying how much he doesn't throw as far as as his other card mates. But he keeps it in the center. He navigates these fairways very well, and is having a clean round.
Mm-hmm. Is Jayden going to make it up the hill? Not quite.
It's a tall task to ask, being that far down in the flats, to then go all the way up that hill. Waden going high.
That's high enough to get up the hill.
Oh,
and
goodness.
That's up the hill and passing inside the circle from out of place, basically. Unless that was planned to be over there to throw a hyzer that far.
That was so impressive. Because he can't see
No.
any of his target
No.
there.
And neither can he.
Skip. Oh, my goodness. Another, just right on the edge of bullseye yet again. Gavin going flat to stable there up the hill. He'll have a longer look.
Yep, just outside the circle or right on the line. Jen just swings this around onto the side where he'll have a nice little easy
Yeah, he'll
tap
be fine
in.
there. Same disc that he's been throwing on forehand approaches. Looks like a zone.
Gavin here.
There's so many zone clones I can't confirm.
Oh
no. It was right side, but
Yeah.
it could have still
That was a
snuck in.
50-50.
Yeah. Usually low left or right will still catch on these chain stars like that. That one finding home for an incredible birdie for Waden. The par drop in there for Jayden.
An outstanding birdie by Ryan.
An unfortunate bogey there after the right side miss for Gavin.
I've kind of built my game around the distance and drive off side of the game. And that's kind of where all the consistency of a nuke comes in, is knowing that it's going to have that consistent distance. And the nuke has kind of been that perfect disc to fit that slot and give me confidence off the tee.
It's always so exciting when we get new plastics of the Passion, but I always end up falling back on the stock ones. And I like to say its closest counterpart is the Buzz. I think my absolute favorite way to throw it is dead straight and just watch the beauty of a straight flight. They've become a staple in the Discraft lineup and also in people's bags, and to know that people everywhere are enjoying the Passion as much as I am. That's just really exciting for me.
Hole 15, time to have some fun. A par 5, 960 feet. This is a big one here. You want your tee shot here to navigate from right to left, landing somewhere just off center of this tree line here, giving you a secondary shot here that's going to navigate from left to right slightly. Got a couple of hillsides to deal with, some rolling hills downhill here. If you can get your third shot anywhere close to this road line here, then you have an easy pitch up there for the birdie look. A fun one that can possibly be eagle, but it would take 2 very big shots to do so.
Yeah, with this, most of the time, you're just looking for 2 position shots just to be able to attack the green.
This looks very ideal. So ideal. Pretty much center there. Waden going a little wider with more hyzer angle. Just
There's
needs to
room
kind of
over there, but yeah, he finds it.
He spikes down beautifully there. Should be able to navigate the second shot nicely.
Ooh, is that going to turn?
It's got to drift and start drifting fast, and it's not going to. It's going to fade out into the left-hand side.
I don't know if it's fortunate that he pushed through or unfortunate that he didn't get a kick out.
Gavin out and to the right, letting the stability kick back in beautifully back to the center, right towards you.
That's a good spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good spot.
Jan Allen will tell you if you can aim for the cameraman and hit him or get near him, you're probably going to be in a good spot.
I like to think June just thinks that of me, not of all catch cam.
She loves hitting you the most.
Or trying to, at least.
Yeah. That one just skirts over that first hillside there, and it's going to get caught in between the next hillside and that little valley before it.
So a little forward progress, not all that he wanted.
Very smooth looking second shot here from Waden. Puts him right in the center.
That's about the second landing area. You can stop there. You can go a little further down, but either or gives you a look at the basket, and that's what you want.
Oh.
Ryan here with
this is turning.
Wow, that is...
my God.
That's an incredible shot. I don't know what disc that was, but the fact that he knows that he can throw that disc on that much hyzer, have it turn over, and still continue penetrating.
Oh, I love this line too. Great shot there. That's what we talked about. Just get to that roadside for your second. All smiles there.
Oh, you can tell he wanted that a little bit higher and a little bit more to the right.
I'm wondering, I don't know what the elevation is in New Zealand and what the playing conditions are, but there's been a couple of shots for Jayden this round where he was expecting that right-hand drift and it just didn't quite ever get there.
Yeah. And we can attest to playing at different elevations. It does change the flight characteristics of your disc.
Absolutely does. Dillo upshot on the way. Beautifully done there for Gavin. And
Jayden, how deep is he going? Okay.
He's in there.
Wow.
Just fights out and somehow pushes into the circle through the bunker.
I was looking. I didn't think he had room to move his arms.
It's an eagle bid.
Oh, wow.
My goodness. Ryan Mulder putting him at 9 down on the round so far, carding the eagle on 15.
Talk about high level of play. Those were 3 excellent shots.
Absolutely. The only eagle on the day, a hole that saw 30 birdies. So definitely gettable, but only one eagle on the day, and you just saw it. Now he's just got to do it 2 more times, or it's luck.
Yeah.
And a beautiful birdie there. Nicely played hole for Gavin.
On to hole 16, coming in at 393 foot, par 3. You want to get over this obstruction here in front of the green, and then you have to figure out how you're going to navigate these trees that are blocking your approach into the actual green area. The green is a little short in the back. You don't have the full 30 feet there, so you want to make sure that you're not in there and that you have an actual putt at the basket to try to secure this birdie.
Ryan, after the eagle, is first on the box here. Going with a buzz. Just needs to beat that last tree, get some ground play.
He's going to have a clear look at it, yeah. Glad to see he didn't do what I would do. I would have threw it straight OB.
Yeah.
There is no OB on this hole. I still would have threw OB after getting the eagle.
Oh, going over the top.
Oh, wow.
The tree with some subtle drift. Beautiful.
Stupendous.
Stupendous. I like that. Stupendous. Tremendous and stupendous in one. That's ours. You can't take it. That one drifts to the left there for Gavin. We'll have some work to do to try to get up and down for par. A forehand.
Should still be able to say par there.
This is
a nice line if it can stay up.
Get some skip.
It
yes. It hovercrafts just outside the circle. Gavin here with some tricky bushes in front of him here. Not quite as clear as I thought he had.
He wanted to be a little bit more closer than that.
Long look here for the par.
Oh, off the top.
Good effort.
Had the line just off the top.
Yeah. Birdie look here. Off the same band. Gets a little bit of a trickle. Doesn't quite roll into the tall stuff. Another birdie look here for Ryan. High right side. That's twice that he's gotten the high right side catch.
He must know his agent does that. His agent likes that side.
Obstructed putt here for bogey, but he sends it on home with the tree branch resting on his head. Little love tap for the band. And a nice birdie there. Waden having a nice back half here after getting off to a very difficult start on the front. Nice to see him battling back. And the drop in there, bringing us to hole 17. Hole 17 is a par 4 at 840 feet, one of the more difficult holes on the course, playing .18 above par there. First shot into this wide open vastness, but landing anywhere on the flat is going to be your first priority, as not being on the flat side here is really going to make your second shot even that more difficult going uphill there. This tunnel shot here that funnels all the way up to the green is your next second point. You can go wide hyzer or maybe wide turnover over the top there for your second shot, but it's one that really just rewards you if you can hit that gap for your second shot there.
I can tell you from flying the drone, that drone shot did not do justice to how steep the hill is approaching the basket. It is... They need a handrail on this hill, if any.
Beautiful tee shot there, as we would expect from Ryan. He's been doing it all round so far. Waiting to get a little bit of late flip up to this and needs to hurry back over.
It should be fine.
And he's fine. He's on that spine there.
Yeah. Again, you just want to be somewhere that's flat.
That's drifting right. It might be short enough to not quite get to the tall stuff.
Nah, it's just
on the edge. Pretty much takes birdie out of play from there, though.
And this is his blue special.
Blue stable, yeah.
He's in there in the spine somewhere as well.
I gotta ask him what that is, if it's a Nimitz or what he's throwing there for that stable driver slot.
Well, he is trying to go around.
Oh, he goes in it.
Pulls it
and fights through somehow.
Okay.
And he's on the hill slide, on the hill slope for his third there.
Yeah, this is my concern with being over there. It's just that footing. Now has a slight uphill with this last step.
Yeah,
which kind of like throws you off.
Suck the power out of the shot there. Yeah. You worry more about your footing. It just doesn't let you take your natural swing.
And well, you just lose, especially if it's that last step. You're losing power with that early contact with the ground.
Yeah. This is drifting up the hill nicely. We'll have a long look for it. little bit of a scary bit as there is a drop away behind the basket there.
It's only 1 degree less steep than the front.
Ryan. Ooh, that got away from him a bit.
Yeah.
Might be wise to just lay that up at that point. I mean, you're already 10 down. It's kind of hard not to go for the hero putt there, though. We'll see how he plays it. See how Dad on the bag kind of instructs him.
We already know he doesn't listen to Dad. Dad told him not to go for the eagle putt.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to go for it. Okay, Dad. Yeah, you want to be as close to the basket as possible.
Perfect.
When you're dealing with these slopes.
You hear Dad saying, "There you go." All right, so that was a plan there. And a great birdie to get there for Waden again. He fights all the way back to even now.
Wow.
It's going to be pars the rest of the way here. And Gavin, unfortunately... Oh, no, that's the par as well. That's right, it's a par 4.
Great Lakes Disc, located in Grand Rapids, Michigan, is a fully stocked retail disc golf store that fulfills all of your disc golf needs. We carry all of the major manufacturers, accessories, and offer player and event sponsorship, along with tournament payout assistance. To learn more about Great Lakes Disc, visit greatlakesdisc.com.
All right, we have our finisher here, hole 18. Only 315 foot, par 3. It's going to play closer to a 400-foot uphill shot. Very particular lines you have to hit off the tee. If you're going with a turnover, you want to make sure that you miss this branch, which almost took out the drone, before you get up to the flat where the basket is on the green. Once you make it up here, it's pretty much par for trying to tap out.
Yeah, OB not in play here as you would see during the Pro Tour events here. So the sledding hills or the toboggan hills there, the slots that you see are not out of bounds.
Whoa.
What is happening here?
Is that a roller?
It looked like a roller angle. It's climbing the hill. It is not a roller. It just is the most stable disc ever and fought back out very slowly.
Wow.
That is a ridiculous shot.
This is kind of more what you expect to see, a forehand or something coming out of this gap.
Ooh.
That one stayed a little bit straight. So he's right there on the hill in the tall grass, but should be able to approach to save his par.
This needs to drift more to the right, and again, just not quite getting over all the way on it. He'll be in one of those toboggan sledding.
Gavin finally going to go forehand? No.
No. Oh, goodness.
He was trying to get it all the way there. That's for sure.
Now he's got a patent pending up against this post here. You got to watch your swing.
Yeah,
I have nightmares of Michael Gibney when I see anything like this. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
He kind of stepped away.
Yeah, but that took the shot offline.
Yeah. You made the right call. You don't want to lose your hand in the first round.
Normally, someone else would try to forehand that up the hill, but since that's not in his wheelhouse, he was working with what he had.
Step putt here coming up for Jayden. From very far.
And that is how you want to save your par there.
A little tink off of metal there.
That seemed like a half bid.
Yeah, at best. Dad again on the bag there, letting him know that he does not need to go for that putt. With all the treachery behind it and the potential rollaway and an incredible birdie for Waden Sides to finish out his round.
I feel like we've been saying that for Waden for like the last 5 holes.
Yeah.
Gavin with the bogey.
And the drop in par there for Jayden. Big shout out to Jayden for making a very, very long trip for this event. Handshakes and congratulations for Ryan Mulder shooting the hot round 10 under par to open up his US AMs. Waden closing out with a big stretch of green to get back under par.
See our leaderboard here. We'll have next on the card is Ryan, Tanner, Danny, and Mason for day 2.
Come and join us back here on the Toboggan for round 2 of the 2023 United States Amateur Championships.